Medea Benjamin of Code Pink, one of the founders of Code Pink, this week wrote an article for Common Dreams, and she asked actually the peace movement, what kind of strategy do we need in Afghanistan to stop war there? Because Barack Obama seems to lack vision on what to do about stopping the war in Afghanistan. He wants to send troops in there from Iraq and somehow stop the opium trade and the Taliban and al-Qaeda within that country. And Medea points out, well, the Soviets weren't able to do it. She went on a trip to Afghanistan after the invasion, and she saw all of the people who were suffering from the war, from the bombing, and realizes that war is not the answer. It hasn't been the answer. We know it's not. The strategy that Barack Obama wants to use in Afghanistan is the one that was used in Iraq, and it doesn't work. So what is the solution? I don't know how many of you saw the movie Charlie Wilson's War. It is a film that was released about a year ago about the story of the covert war in Afghanistan to try to liberate the country from the Soviet domination and war that was going on there. And so they were able to stop the Cold War. The Cold War stopped in Afghanistan. The troops withdrew. The Soviet troops withdrew. But at the end of the movie, you see Wilson very upset that when he asked for funds through the Congress to give, to build schools, to build hospitals, to rebuild the infrastructure of Afghanistan, to help the people, there was no money for that. Just like there hasn't been any money to rebuild New Orleans for all the people, or to rebuild Iraq. So the problem is this rebuilding. What kind of civilization do we want to replace the old civilization with? And this architect that we're going to be looking at now, I think this is a key to what I'm saying we need to do. We're going to look at some of the images from this site now. And this is his lily pad city. And it is an eco-city for environmental refugees. It's on the ocean, if you can see that clearly enough. And it is an arcology. So I'm going to show you some other slides from this series. And here we go, one of the city designs of this lily pad city. And I just love it. It looks like a organism that lives in the sea, one of the tiny little microorganisms. It would be an eco-city in that we would grow our own food. There would be solar panels that we could use in order to energize it, and that we would have this new relationship with nature that is as beautiful as nature. And this is the key to this transformation, as being as beautiful as our surrounding environment. That we are not now in the fossil fuel culture. More of his design here. You can see this is one of the structures before it starts to turn green, and he's got some other pictures of it actually turning green. So what we need is an architect who can build on this same kind of model, using the arcology model, biomimicking nature in a way that can create ecological cities in the desert. or in Afghanistan, whatever environment needs to be mimicked at that particular bioregion. That is, to me, the way that we're going to have peace. So if you start seeing the world energy grid connected to these eco-city nodes all over the world, each being different, each reflecting its bioregion, and that means the ecosystems within the particular region, the local economy of that particular area, then we start to see what kind of world we can live in that is far superior than the one that we have now. You can see in this image the old city right here. This would be like, say, Cape Town, and in here is the new structures for the environmental refugees. So people that their city became drowned out, like say London, years from now, they can come and live here. So that's what we should be doing, is to figuring out where these new cities belong and start building for that climatic change that we are experiencing. So I hope you go to Vince's website and take a good look at his architectural designs.